ladies, I hope everyone's having a great day. Today I'm going to be talking about eyebrows. And we're just gonna do a step-by-step tutorial on how to fill in your brows. I know that that's a #1 thing that women always talk to me about, and they ask, how do you fill in your brows? What do you use? What do you do? So I'm going to show you today on how I fill in my brows and how simple it is. All right, let's get started. Hope everyone liked that dance routine I did. I got all the makeup off my brows here. I just left this stuff on my eyes. So it's au naturel right now. And I want to fill them in just because I grew up in the era, well, not the era, like I'm not like ancient, but I grew up when we were just wanting really thin brows. So I've spent over 10 years growing in my brows and they're a little bit light, as you can see. And it's just nice to add a little bit more dark or more depth, right, for the brows, and just to give them a little bit more of a thickness to them. All right, so we're starting underneath here. And I'm going to lightly just kind of, with the brush, just sort of go into the brow a little bit to create the line. You can even see it already. It's just to add a little bit of darkness to the brow. And like I said, I like the brown because it doesn't do too intense, right? So let me just get a little bit closer here. So I just fill it in a little bit there. So I'm going to go on top here now and just do a little bit of strokes going like that on top. So you're going up here like this, and then for the tail, this part, you're just going to just go downwards like this. So you can see the difference with this brow compared to that one. See, it's just a little bit darker. So if you want something a little bit more intense, the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow powder, it's great stuff. I usually use it for more nighttime, I guess, because you can see it's a little bit darker. There's one side that's lighter, one side that's darker. You can see that I use the lighter side a lot more right in here. I'm gonna use the darker side, and I'm only gonna focus on this area here. You wanna mostly think, like, you wanna just make sure that this area is gonna be the lightest, and then if you're gonna add any dark to your brows, make sure that it's more on the tail. This area always should be light because it will look more natural and it won't look that whole like chopped dark, you know? It's not very flattering in the light too when you have dark right at the beginning, because you can see in the daylight that they're just been painted on, right? So you want it to look more natural. Okay, so I'm gonna use this guy. And now we're gonna like fill them in a little bit more. So since you've created that line underneath and up top here, you have the line, so now you can fill in where you want to go. And I'm going to now actually work on the body here a little bit. So I just do kind of strokes going up. You want it to like almost look like hair. So you're slightly just going to fill it in. I like to just kind of use my finger as well to sort of create a line like that, right? So that just if there's any excess brown or makeup. If you find them too dark, then I usually just take a Kleenex and I will just go like this just to remove if any excess like makeup right on the brows. To brush my brows just so that everything kind of falls in line naturally, right? So I am noticing right there, I don't have as much hair, so I just want to add a little bit more tint, or not tint, but eyeshadow just in here. Sometimes I will actually take black, which you have to be careful with that, and just do where it needs to be a little bit darker so that it kind of hides where there should be hair, right? So I'm gonna do that. So once you're done filling in your brows, I like to take the Tarte concealer, as you can see here, Tarte, there you go, which I love. And I just go underneath with a brush and create that perfect line. Okay, so I usually just take a little bit on there, and I'll go right underneath here. Do you see how it kind of gives that line now? So yeah, you just go with the concealer with the brush here, and you just kind of gently create a line. And go in a little bit here. And what I usually will do is I'll actually take my finger and I will just blend it in, right? So that it kind of goes in really nicely, and it just doesn't, you don't see the line, the line will just go underneath here a little bit, and just blend it with my finger. Once you've used a concealer, then I'm going to actually use a powder and just lightly go underneath here just to kind of brighten it up a little bit. And I'm going to use this color as it's like bright. It's a really nice color to use underneath my brows here, just to kind of give it a bit of a highlight. And just dab it underneath a little bit here. And then I'm going to use a bit of a highlighter too. Drops of Glow. I don't know if you can see it. It's actually from the Body Shop. And I use it on my cheeks, and I'll use a bit on my nose and chin to kind of highlight where I want. It's really great. It just, it's called Illuminating Drops of Glow from the Body Shop. And it just kind of comes out like this, right? So what I'll do is I will just add a teeny tiny bit on my hand here. And then with that, I'll take my brush and go underneath to highlight the area. Even with the highlighter, it does a little bit of a line, which is nice. So now I'm going to do the other brow to match it up, and we'll just fast forward this whole part up. And there you have it. Both brows are done. I'm ready to hit the town. So if you have thinner brows, the best thing to do is to fill in what you have. Maybe add a little bit more, but you don't want to add too much so that it's noticeable that you filled them in and they're like a fake brow, right? So the best thing you could do is just add a little bit more darkness in this area here to kind of give that illusion of hair, right? So that kind of gives that. And to make sure that it flows. None of this like little body going up and then this, it's all gotta look very flowy so that it looks natural too. I hope everyone enjoyed my little tutorial. If you'd like to subscribe, you can click on the button below. If you'd like to comment and have me focus on something for makeup and beauty that I could do for my next video, that would be awesome. Anything that you guys want me to focus on, I can talk about in my next video or in just a video in general. Have a good rest of your day, everyone, and I'm excited for my next video. Yeah!